1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay. What's up, dudes? I don't know whether you can hear me. I'm just checking my shit. One two 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 1 2. Okay. Fuck off. So my picture's being used by OBS. Give us a second, guys. Exit that fucking shit. Okay. Stop streaming on that. Okay. Exit on that. Okay. Back now, guys. You just need to activate my camera, and I will be back now. Okay. 2 seconds, guys. Here I am. Okay, there I am. Can you see me, people? At all? Jan? Anybody? Let me see. Yeah, can you see me, brother? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Anyway, I'll just presume. Let me just fucking listen anyway. Can you see me, brother? Oh yes, you're there. Good, good, fucking good. Anyway, so there's not much point to this post actually. I'm just going to give you a rundown on what's going on. Okay, Jan. I made a video this morning. Hi, Mark. Oh, thanks, brother. Cool. Yeah, I made a video this morning concerning the theories. Now, what's happening, guys? This is why I'm cranking up on this channel. and there's only a few of you, which is awesome. I don't really want many people on this. Now, I've been doing some work, a collaboration with somebody, right? Only this is like 20, maybe more years of exhaustive research, and it's fucking unbelievable. It's blown my mind. I would like to just be each 1% of this, guys, and my mind's shot to pieces. I can't even keep up with this research. So, because I know it's gold, because I know it's got the potential to change everything, everything, guys. I mean, they're all arguing out there, guys, in the fucking arena. I can just heard it just now on Jamie's show about, ping pong fucking maps or fucking azimuths. Well, what's going to come out shortly, guys? All of that ain't going to even matter anymore. All is making sense. Um, the history, the cover up of the history, and the introduction of the heliocentric model are hand in hand. They happened exactly the same time. It's all part of the story. It's going to take a bit of time to unravel this, guys. I will be honest. It's a mind fuck beyond belief, but it's real. When you come to terms with it, you're all right. So it's not a big soul shaker. It just infuses that the creator is in fact here, and the creator is screaming out to us to do something about it. Because if you watch that like new film of Noah with Russell Crowe, don't know whether any of you have seen this. You get this part at the beginning where they will say that they had this industrialized empire, and you will see the landscape. This is supposed to be biblical times, and you will see chimneys and industry, what looks like high-tech modern industry. And all the ground is full of oil, and it looks like Athabasca in Canada. So basically, they decimated the landscape in this film. And then God calls in a flood to reset it and gives him a warning to preserve mankind to to this point. Okay, otherwise it would have been over. Where's all the extra water come from? Well, that's a good part of it as well. That's definitely a part of it. Sky's blue, water separating the firmament from above below. Well, don't know. I wouldn't have thought it actually before, guys, if I'm honest with you. But when you're looking for tangible truths, you can't really deal upon supernatural words. So, but there seems to be definitely something in the flood. The epics of Gilgamesh in the Far East, Polynesian societies, African oral traditions, North American oral traditions, all will speak of this flood. So, in my mind, that happened. Okay. Hiya, Nettie. Good to see you. Mr. Wika. Hiya. Good to see you. Thank you for visiting. I'll tell you what I was just up to. I got my ban is over Tuesday from YouTube. I've had 3 months of torturous behavior because basically I got copyrighted for community grounds for harassment and bullying when it was me that was being harassed and bullied. But YouTube, being what they are. I was just listening to a little bit of Jamie's show just now while I was setting stuff up. Yeah, it's quite interesting. They had a globe believer on there. I basically Billy Sunday came up with some flat earth truths, left him thinking, these people will keep harping back to fucking classical Greece, or they will harp back to what they've been told. And when you hit them with the evidence on the ground, they're like, oh, actually, that's not going with what I've been told. Oh, it's defying my intuition and my intellect. What's going on? Well, you've been lied to. Oh, not that difficult, guys. It's just not. Um, Okay, Wister, what happened to my maps? I got it out too soon, brother. I really did. When I woke up, I got excited. Have a look at that, Nettie. When I woke up, I got excited. Let's make you a moddy, Mark and a Nettie, if you don't mind. Ooh. Hang on. Manage moderators. So, oh, I need to put your fucking channel details in there. All right, or whatever. Okay, just 2 secs. It's not done the way it used to be. I just got to go to your channel, Netty, apparently. I'll sub to you while I'm there. Okay. And your channel details, and it will make you a moderator. It's all fucking changed, haven't it? The new regime. Let me tell you about something really unusual that happened to me earlier, guys. This is going to fucking... oops, Daisy. Shit, mate. I've done that wrong. Put in the fucking chat box. God, I'm a spaz. Check this out, guys, for unusual happenings. Today, I've been having like... That's it. I've been having parasitical attacks because of the information that's come my way, which has the potential, the real potential, to change the paradigm of humanity, which is why I had to pull a video, guys. They're going to nick this. This is gold. And they're going to nick my shit. And I, like I always am, will be forgotten. Like I don't fucking exist. So what I've done is I'm going to pull it back. I'm going to compile properly. I'm going to run live events with an audience. I will well publicize it. I'll get a fucking reasonable size audience. But when I put my information out, it won't be fucking stole away from me and plagiarized to shit. Because I, thank God, have the intelligence enough to realize what I'm dealing with. Okay, this is scary, but at the same time, it needs to get out. Am I willing to take the chance to the extent of that? Well, I tell you what, guys, it's going to accept. It's going to upset a big section of society. But to be honest with you, when I'm a flat earther, do you think I'm fucking worried about that? Okay, I watched it. It was it disappeared. I'm interested in what you said about the rivers in the north. They were labelled Euphrates, Tigris, Postel on your map. Yeah, well, there's four of them. Apparently, the after the flood, okay, the first dry bit of land is Armenia and Iraq, where Mount Ararat settled anyway. On Mount Ararat, where the Ark settled, and the rivers, because of the first civilization, were sort of what I think is they just stole the names from the lands of the Hyperborean, which are indeed there. And the Euphrates and the Tigris, are in the Fertile Crescent, aren't they? They're in Mesopotamia. So the Pisa and the Posol, yeah. There's another fourth river with large river deltas, which intrigued me. Delta tributaries, which are supposed to be huge. So it shows on the map up here, right, Wister? The map of Monday is proposed to be made in 1290. No, I don't actually think 1290 even existed anymore. I really don't. So is it accurate? Well, it's a later map, probably. And they pulled it back to add on them years that don't exist, to con us into thinking that there was 4,000 or to 6,000 years since the Bronze Age, when none of this time span even exists. Okay, not in our reality. All will become apparent soon. It's going to be difficult to explain, but I will explain it and I will get there. Now, yes, well, yeah, look, Wister, right? They say there's a frozen ocean in the north, right? Now, bear this in mind. What some things that they don't tell you. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean on Earth. It's not a sea, it's an ocean. It is vast, and it's under-projected on Google Images and Google and maps as well. Even in the Victorian maps, they close up the archipelago of the Bering Straits and the Fox Peninsula. They sort of the Fox Islands and the Andalusian Peninsula. They sort of squeeze it in to give it a bit of a smaller look to the ocean. When, if it was a reality, it's going to be a huge ocean if it's an ocean. Now, they say it's frozen, although now, this year, they say that they're having an official voyage to the North Pole. Two ships, two small boats, are going from England, Plymouth. They say for the first time ever, this frozen ocean is now thawed. And they say that they can sail all the way to the North Pole. Also, they give you a photograph when they tell you about all that. They tell you a photograph when they tell you about all that. They show you a photograph of two nuclear submarines, Russian, which have broken up through the ice, apparently, and are smack on the North Pole. Now, The thing is, when you look at maps of the North Pole, you know, I got a lot of atlases, look online for yourself. There's a thing called the magnetic North Pole or the magnetic South Pole. So when you see this tourist attraction, which is this pole in the ground with the flags around it, that's just a tourist attraction. It's not actually the center of our plane because it's all a lie. What's really going on, if you go by this, is the magnetic declination will vary daily, 200 up to 240 miles that way, or 240 miles that way, or 100 miles that way. It would be, even if the compass would work, nearly impossible to find an exact point on their supposed ball on the North Pole or the South Pole, if they existed the way they say they do, which they don't. So, what I postulate is I fantasize with the idea of, you know, the lands are there and they're misted, so the evil, the creator is protecting the last bastion for humanity up there, away from the parasites that have taken over the plane and got enslaved the population. So I like to think that that if you go there, the pure soul or the awakened ones, so to speak, you know, that it would be shown to us and we would be able to see this land. I believe, let me just give you a rundown on why I believe this shit's there. In World War, in the oh, we go to Operation Paperclip. Werner von Braun. Now, Werner von Braun, as you know, ex-Nazi. I'm not going to go into that. What I'm going to go into is Werner von Braun and Oberon, another guy who was initiator in the Manhattan Project and the nuclear bomb, Jewish physicist. He stated on numerous occasions that the technology we have was passed to us from others. Actually, what he stated was people from other worlds. Now, what people thought of that was, oh, right, we're in contact with aliens then. Obviously, the aliens have given humanity the technology for quantum mechanics and the nuclear fission. Okay? The truth is, the two of them might not even be a reality. Okay? The truth is, none of what they told you is a reality. I tell you what, guys, the clues are there. The evidence is there. Once you work it out, I'll roll it out. It's just going to be fucking um, if it does get traction, if it did get listened to and it does have traction, it would be fucking hazardous to my health, guys. That's why I lifted the video, because I realized that basically I got ahead of myself. I woke up early, all excited. I got it out there without actually really thinking about it, um, sort of the importance of it all. I got it out there, and then the penny just dropped then later in the day, so I've lifted it. Um, because this has happened to me before, guys. You know, I'm gonna have to be careful. You know, I hypothesize, I do fucking research, months of exhaustive fucking research, only to have, like, you know, put on a video one morning and there's my fucking work, and I just drop it. Then I go, well, there's no point me going on now. It's gone, wasted. So I don't push with certain because sometimes this happens to me. So with this one, I'm not allowing that to happen again. People on YouTube, if they ain't dusting their own content, guys, or they ain't doing the deep research, they'll nick other fucking people's. And I'm telling you, they will. So, you know, I don't want to be giving people months of fucking juicy content at the hands of my fucking graft, yeah, when I'm up all night doing fucking research. No way, Jose. So, each map has been stretched in a different manner. It's why the land masses frequently look different. It's why we see California is often maps larger than itself. Okay, let's have a look at some maps while we're here, and we'll postulate this very fact. Okay, how many have I got? 14. Perfect number. Nice little gathering of peeps. Let me just see who we got. Yeah. Well, I'll just say hi if you haven't spoken in chat anyway. Okay. I expect I got some nosy gets who don't want to talk. I want to see what I'm up to. Exactly what I'm up to. Well, I'm up to a lot, guys. Is what I'm doing. That's what happened to a vid. I clicked and I thought YouTube had stolen it again. No, Nettie, I'm telling you what, I just got to be careful with this. The problem is with it, right, is what I'm scared of. I'm scared. I'm going to do it. It's because of the postulation of what I'm saying with the evidence. It sort of might upset a large section of society. People do not want their faith messed with, Nettie. They just don't want their faith messed with. So, like, apart from not wanting to bring in a world war, you know, I kick up, I discover all this shit I try to get it out, and I get this like feeling all over me then that there's definitely no way they're wanting this one out, and I know it's true. And I go on this morning and on the news feed, and they say, "Oh, Russia have tested a nuclear bomb called Satan 2, no fucking less." Check it out. So they're trying to scare humanity again into. Listen to me. If we were at the verge of losing humanity, do you think these fucking people would be all smirky, still carrying on with X Factor, still carrying on with all their bullshit? If we were on the verge of World War III, okay? So they're all in it together. It's all a narrative, as you know. The JFK files released received 25 calls before the assassination, telling him to call the US Embassy. 25 calls before the assassination. Apparently, it says on there. But it's out of them. We can't believe shit. Anyway, let's look at some maps and have a little think about things, shall we, guys, while I'm here? Okay. Just going to look for some juicy maps, what we're talking about. I don't want to go into it too much. Not here right now. It's not going to be good for moi. But I was going to do this through OBS, snipe proof, but I ain't got anybody in the hangout, so there's no point. And anybody, the only ones to snipe these days is fucking Baby Ruth, and I can give a shit. And Tim, well, and he's sorted, like, so what the fuck? I'm not really worried. And I don't think the newbies are on board with all that yet, are they? Not really. So there you go. Right. Let's have a look at some juicy maps and see what we think about things, is it, guys? We'll start with my maps. Okay. Okay, let me get a share screen shortly. It's a bit dark in here. Give me a second, guys. Okay. I don't even know. But people say I haven't even spoken Skype. Let me tell you something that happened weird to me today, guys. Right? You're gonna love this. Not really. I keep having these weird out of the blue attacks. Just for nothing. I don't even open my mouth. Today, I know it sounds nuts. I've literally had 2, possibly 3 people shout at me from the bat. Females. No reason. Listen to this, right, guys? I go to I'm not going to go into the details because basically it's nobody's fucking business. But I went into this appointment today, right? And there's this fucking woman, and she's coming out with the bullshit usual government bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. I'm not in the mood for none of it. So I sit there and I'm not opening my mouth. Within 2 minutes, right? Check this out, guys. Within 2 minutes, right? She had started shouting at me. She's got red in the face. She's got really annoyed. And the form that she's got, right? Guys, I swear to God, this is the truth. The form that she's got on the table, she scrunches up and goes hysterically to my face saying, yeah, like that, like nuts. She fucking completely fucking lost it. Hiya, Connor. Just testing, yeah, hanging out with the guys. I put a title in there actually, like, so if there's actually content. So what you make of the crazy bitch with the fucking paper? I sat there like that, going, okay. Should I get up and run? This woman is violent. She's a member of the government. She's got a uniform on, and she's shouting at me. And now she's gone all hysterical and she's scrunching paper in my face. Should I talk? No, I think I'll be quiet. Don't tell me that's not fucking weird, guys. Talking about parasitical attacks. That was out of the blue. Over fuck all. Swear to God, I didn't say nothing to start her off. She just, my buzz. What I'm finding, guys, right? I've had this a lot since I've been a flat earther. Is because when you become, awakened to the flatness, you get this spiritual awakening that comes along with it. I call it lateral thinking. But the people who are still in the matrix, they respond. They seem to know. You're out of it. I had my entire family laughing and ridiculing me at a family funeral last week. They give me permission to put it on. I put it up on my channel. They literally reported me, my own fucking people. Why? Because they look like a bunch of fucking assholes, laughing and ridiculing me. Nobody even supporting me with what I know. They wouldn't even give me the benefit of the doubt to think, well, this guy, we know he's fucking knows what he's on about. Maybe we just think and have a listen to what he's saying instead of shouting him down like he's fucking stupid, paying him no respect whatsoever. So I had that off my family. But about a year ago, I was on a bus. I sit in there, and some guy with his wife got up out of the bus, comes down the aisle, grabs me on the shoulder, and starts squeezing me really hard. Well, I couldn't fucking hit him. It's on camera. I'd have gone to jail. And he says, "My wife says she can smell weed." I'm like, "What? It's a fucking Ely bus, guy. Are you mad? Everybody smokes weed. Get the fuck off me, guy. Get." So I got him off me, but then I sat there and it occurred to me, hang on, there's 50 fucking people on this bus. He's gone all the way down the aisle. He's gone out of his way to physically assault me on a bus. For why? Because I'm giving off this vibrationary buzz that evil people can't fucking handle. They can't, guys. They come at me left, right, and centre. It winds them right up. The fact is, right, I had on my comments this morning, this girl, Lisa Davis, she's a Welsh girl. She lives in Swansea. She's lovely. She says, have you got any advice for her? Because people are coming down on her all the time and giving her shit. And they will drop you. Yeah, I got advice. Fuck them. Fuck them. At the end of the day, these people are narcissistic by nature. It's not their fault. I'm not saying that. It's social conditioning, the programming, all the rest of it, okay? It's not their fault. And the poisons as well, the poisons of the food, the medication that they're mostly all on. And all of that, a mixture of all that, and the alcohol and the booze and the X Factor, and zombie games and the rest of it makes them all completely fucking mashed in the brain. So that's what's going on. Am I ranting? I am a bit, ain't I, guys? Let's have a look at some maps then. Lucky she didn't call the cops. Well, this has happened, Mac. This has happened. You've seen what happens in that museum. Now, I went in there. I was nice. I was civil. I had a camera. I was taking photographs of chicken bones that are supposed to be dinosaur bones. And they basically, the bit I didn't catch on film, because I setting the camera up thinking, oh, I've got to bust you fuckers. So I'm setting my camera up. But before then, there's this guy with dark hair. He comes storming over. Bear in mind, this is a public space museum for the public, right? He storms over like this, buffing himself all up, like he wants to fight. I'm like, whoa, hang on. Aren't you a guard? Aren't you supposed to be like telling me about your fake history shit instead of assaulting my ass? And then the other guy, at one stage, there was 6 of them all around me because I took photographs of chicken bones. Where do you think they had the chicken bones? Oh, I mean dinosaur bones in a case right behind their counter so they can keep a close eye on their chicken bones and make sure no fucker takes photographs of them. That's what's going on. Fact, I'm telling you now. Their shit stinks. They just know it as well. Why do you think they accosted me out of there? You just play that video back, guys. Maybe I'll play a look at it in a minute. Oh, I have fee. Yeah, I got tapped by the zombies. Do you know that bit in the film, A Matrix Theory, where they says like, he says, and they're all looking at him. He says, "Don't look at them. They know you're outside the Matrix, and they'll respond in kind." I tell you what, it's exactly the fucking same. They know you're outside of the Matrix, and they're like this. Who's he? He looks happy. What's going on with him? Oh yeah, advice to Lisa Davis. Lisa, fuck 'em, love. Think of yourself, right? Be kind, but bear in the back of your mind that they, help them along the way. But don't let them drop your vibration. If you drop your vibration, you get depressed, you get ill, and that will help no one. And then they win. So being like clever like you are, at least you can think, well, fuck that. I'm not letting them do that to me. That's dumb shit. So I'll rise above it, and I won't let them drop my vibration. I will keep on smiling and listen to Martin, who's flat Earth British. Okay, Lisa, that's what you need to do, hun. Honestly. So let's go and have a look at some maps for 5 minutes. I got a couple of you here. Hiya. Hey, Captain Underpants. Just hanging out for 5 minutes. You know how it is. So I just haven't gone live in 3 months. Captain Underpants, they've been torturing my fucking ass YouTube. I was coming up with too much info, and they thought, shut up, Martin. You talk too much. I must be really fucking annoying to these people, guys. Think about it. Think about it. My face. I'm really bothered. But I have to be careful because some of the information that's coming my way is like, like the certain section of society, the flat earthers going on about all the time. I don't really want to be tangled with that, but it's part of the story. Don't really want to lie. I'm gonna have to be true to get the story out right, aren't I? But it's gonna upset people. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Anyway, okay, let me see if I'm sharing my. Be showing you some macaroonies very shortly. We maps up. Present to everyone. Okay. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at some macaroonage. See if I'm presenting. Okay, excellent. So as you can see, oh sorry, fuck that up. Okay, as you can see, Flat Earth British collects maps. So I've ordered a book of John Speed maps off of eBay. I'm waiting for it to come. It should be here tomorrow. So ancient maps, Idris maps, and medieval maps. We've got the choice is endless, and they all show us something. These maps. So I'll open a file and we'll take a look, shall we? Pierre Reese Old World Maps. And these are just my map collections. I collect antique map books. Well, atlases have so much information. Somebody sent me a link today. I want to thank you for the link on all the starports in Britain. That was fucking unbelievably cool of you. But then you all usually are. Right. 2 seconds. Get over. Just a bit laggy and see what the maps show us, shall we? I don't actually know what we're looking at, so we'll just wing it. That's all right. I'm going to be having some guests coming up next week, guys, as well. I'll let you know more about that later. Quite exciting. It's not your usual thing. It's clever people, sort of. Winning the spill. Yeah, I know. Okay. Not fucking loading. Come on, load, you bastard. Sorry, I'm swearing, guys. It's that fucking nutty woman scrunching that paper in my face. It was so weird. It really unnerved me. Fucking weird the thing to happen, though, guys. I was just sat there like that. But yeah, all right. Whatever. Problem is, because I already got my pictures up, have I? Yeah, it's my Babylonian. Let's have a look at this one a minute. Showing. It's not. Okay. Give me a second. It does say test in the title, so. All right, let's see if I'm presenting. Not really, am I? Okay. I'm just going to stop presenting a second, guys, because it's not bringing up the right file. Perfect. And I will do it again. This is why it says test in the title. Plus, I'm not doing any presentations, so just chilling out and homing my skills, so to speak. I actually want to be live on OBS, but unfortunately, it requires an encoder that I was not in the mood to piss around with, if I'm honest with you. So, oh, 2 secs. Trying to find files, guys. It's a bit weird. Okay. The electric company. Awesome, Dawson. Lemon, squawsome. Okay. So it's not actually showing. Why is it just showing fucking me then? Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, stick with me, guys. Why won't they share my pictures? I don't fucking know. Okay. Hmm. Very weird. Anyway, let's go and visit my chat. Fortunately, I was I can show web pages, so I'll do that. I've got an idea. Check this out, guys. Now, 2 secs. Oh, hi, Sky. I thought about you earlier. Is that you, JD? It is indeed. Hi, Chris, UK. You're back. Yes, I am, Chris, UK. I'm back, and I'm going to break the fucking internet. These people have not seen the back of me. And considering all the other poo that's going on in the arena at the moment, it's making people want to run away. So that's not something I'm really happy with. So I'm creating a new adventure for everybody. Yeah, something real, tangible that will give us answers. That's not going to make everybody run around arguing about silly shit. Okay. Well, that's what I hope anyway. Well, that's what I intend. It's different than hoping. Okay. Bear with me, people. I've got a cunning plan. I've got a cunning plan. What I got? Strangling my computer. Research. It won't even load. Have to wait a minute. Oh, look, Peachy's on the telly behind me. I wonder what he's talking about. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Check it out, guys. Peachy, there, look. On the telly. Would I say space is 2D? I don't think so myself. Nah, I don't know. It's difficult to determine. To be honest with you, what I'm doing history, I deny the skies. Answers are not going to come well with that. Hiya, Wolfman. They're not going to come back well with this. You see how people, in 3 years, I've been watching this. People running around chasing their tails, very little answers, arguing about stuff they can't even fucking prove. You know, we can't prove the fourth dimension because it's by nature outside of our understanding and outside of our frame of reference. So that is completely impossible. So we're going to have to look for something tangible for a solution. We can't really do any exploration per se, can we? Because they're not going to let us. Not really. And money and everything else. That's going to make nothing but fucking trouble. So let's have a look at some shite. Okay. Oh dear. I've just looked in my history, and unfortunately, I'm on my other on my other account. Very sorry. 2 secs. I know. I have a cunning plan again. Oh, Martin, I tell you, I have brilliant ideas sometimes. Not really. Though. One of the best ideas I had was Black with British. I think that was one of the best ideas. This next idea that I'm having about like trying to or accurately putting up a history is a bit like presumptuous, isn't it? Why would one man in a council house stuck in fucking Ely, a flat earther, even presume to think he's more than his senior? Well, why would he presume that indeed? Lifetime of reading, 50 years, working in archaeology, working in buildings and stonemasonry, traveling the world's battlefields, and a decade in the merchant navy would give me pretty much one of the best educations I think you could possibly get. I don't see any cat that's been sitting in a fucking university doing stupid shit, talking posh, all in the same way, but that's no practical experience of life per se. Okay, let's have a look at some of the past, shall we? For something to do while we're here. Okay, I didn't actually plan anything like a live event or anything, guys. But being as I'm here, may as well just hang out with you. Yeah? Otherwise, I got to deal with crap people. I'm not in the mood for that. Okay, just kidding. Okay, let's have a look at some old photographs of the past. Okay. Made colour. Now, I do love old photos of the past. Now, I want to stop here a minute. Now, President Lincoln. Let's talk about Lincoln a minute. Honest Abe, shall we? Now, if you pull up on Google every single photographic shot outside, not inside, outside of President Lincoln, at these tents or in this campment, what you will first thing you will notice is all of the backgrounds are fuzzy. All of the backgrounds are fuzzy. What I believe is happening is Photoshop of the day. Okay, now what's happening here, right? Is you've got General John McLean, right? McLennan, sorry. Now McLennan is famous for God, Battle of Sumter, Fort Sumter, but Lincoln was famously heard quoting once, "Oh dear, McClellan's got the slows," because apparently McClellan would just build his army and build and never wanted to engage the Confederates, as the story goes. There's a lot more going on with the American Civil War, guys. That's something I've looked into extensively as well and read about. The photographic evidence. Now, here we go. One of the most iconic shots of the American Civil War. Now, what you see here, guys, where I'm pointing up with my cursor now, this gentleman here, this is Ulysses S. Grant, General Chief, Commander in Chief of the Union Army. Now, there's a funny story with this fella, 33-degree Mason. He grew up in a hardware store, in a small hardware store. His father was a hardware man, but a Freemason also. He went to, because of his father's connections in Freemasonry, got to go to West Point School, Academy, whereas he met all these dudes and the people who were in charge on the other side, the Confederate officers he knew as well. These people were in communication. These people were friends. The people who were dying for another cause, and it wasn't to free no slaves. That is a ruse, okay? Now, so he ended up president of the United States of America. His later photos, he's got a big lump on his throat here where he's dying of throat cancer. Ulysses S. Grant, somebody who I've looked into quite a bit, as you can tell. But do I like him? Well, I don't think he was as much a psychopath as Sherman, for sure. This guy here, I recognize. He's called Nicolas Cage. He was basically, that's where Nicolas Cage was in a previous life. So far on my channel, we found Nicolas Cage, Will Ferrell, and, oh dear, somebody else. Oh, Justin Timberlake. 2 seconds, let me just check if I'm sharing. I am. Okay, stick around, guys. Let's talk some more and do my photo thing while I do on my other channel, but live and interactive. 1864. Apparently, 150 years ago, we're still all kicking round in shit, guys. Apparently, since this time, we've managed to build and make everything. Didn't they have any buildings? Didn't they have anything, infrastructure? Or did they really have to take the chairs out of the local church to seat them? Makes sense. Not really. Ulysses S. Grant became president in 1865. Is that what it says? I think it was later than that, wasn't it? 1885. Okay, Robert Todd Lincoln, the eldest son of Abraham Lincoln, was recorded falling from a moving train by Edward Booth, brother of John Wilkes Booth. Hang on. Who assassinated his father in 1860s. Now, there's a lot of similarities between the assassination of, I've got it on my channel back in the early days, a few years back. The similarities between the assassination of JFK and the assassination of Kennedy. I'll give you one. Kennedy was apparently shot from a book depository, and the perpetrator, Oswald, you know the score, escaped to a theatre. The other way round is in Lincoln's assassination. The guy shot him, killed him in a theatre, and escaped to a book warehouse. Exactly the same the other way round. I've got the door. I gotta go a second. Yeah, got it. Yeah. Excuse me. All right, all right. I had to shoot somebody. No, it's in my last okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. It was my neighbour. I had this basically screwdrivers set, and he wanted them back. So I'm back now. Let's see if you guys are even there, or even if I'm not even talking to myself. Okay, let's check on myself. Okay. Hey, Fanny Lancer. What on? Hey, Nathan. I watched a bit of your thing earlier, but I was at the kitchen washing dishes, so I couldn't really talk. But yeah, it was good. Good idea, mate. Eh? Get a bit of the old debates going. We actually needed some of that, if I'm honest with you, because there's not been a lot of it out there, has it? Okay. So back to my presentations of just pissing around, keeping you lot company for something to fucking do for an hour. Okay. And let me just tell you, I've been doing this exhaustive research, like, and it's basically puffed me out. I'll show you now. It's where I've been. It's where I've been. I've been doing this all night. I'm just been doing this research, which is fucking unreal. But it's like I got to take stock now, so I'm coming hang around with you lot for a bit. Okay, I need it for my brain. You missed my story earlier, Nathan Oakley. I had a crazy woman go hysterical within seconds, bright red in the face, start shouting. I mean, she scrunched up a form in my face, like hysterically, for absolutely nothing, out of the blue. God, it was freaky. Who was that? Who was that? Who was that? King George V in 1870, age 5. Oh dear, oh fucking dear. I noticed they hid his deformed hand. They always do that. So we got you. Don Pedro, the last emperor. Oh, let me have a stop that. They had an emperor. He was a freed slave. Slave? Not really fitting with the narratives, is it? I don't think the establishment would actually want people to know that the old British aristocracy were not actually from this country and not actually fitting with the colour. Now, who does he look like? I tell you what he looks like. He looks like that guy out of that film, Van Haller, the guy from Copenhagen, the film actor. Just when you look at these old photographs, you always look at like somebody. So we got Ned Kelly, Irish Australian outlaw hero on execution day. Well, he don't look fucking pissed off at all. Basically, Ned Kelly was in a movie played by his royal shilliness, fucking Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger, white nigger. Right. Bob Ford, I don't trust. I think he's a sneak. Oh, let me fucking read that. I think he's a sneak, but Charlie Ford is a true. It's true as steel, and that was Jesse James in 1882. Jesse James. The story say he lived longer than they say. You know, he was around in basically the 1920s, apparently 30s. Some old lady said that he'd give her a download on his life, and it's nothing like what they said. Oh, look who just fucking turned up. Oh, doing the old road dance thinking. Are you plotting? Are you old Victor? Okay. So what's Victor famous for? Well, we know quite a bit about Victor's belief system, don't we? We do as flat earthers. The French poem, novelist, and a dramatist of a romantic movement, and from 1883. Okay. Victor Hugo, very high up Freemason, member of Skull and Crossbones. In case you don't know, check it out. Okay, there he is. Like I told you earlier, Ulysses S. Grant, ex-commander-in-chief of the Union Army in the American Civil War. Good quite good friends with actually Robert E. Lee. Closer friends with Robert Lee, the enemy, than he was with fucking Lincoln, as the weird thing is. At his country home, dying of throat cancer. He's hiding this big fuck off lump on his throat and a bit pissed off, but it gets him time to write his bullshit memoirs about what didn't happen. And then go and watch a reenactment. Awesome. Well, I'll tell you about Belfast, guys. It's a place I've been to twice. Once I jumped ship in Belfast. I had a bit of a bad experience with a crew member, actually. He was fucking tried to. I was Christmas, sure. And I'm eating my Christmas dinner. And the crew have got it in for me, okay? Because I don't do what I'm fucking told again. And they devised this thing where halfway through Christmas dinner, you have to get the fuck up, and you have to go out, and basically work. I'm like, I'm not working. It's Christmas Day, so basically it led for me to jump ship in Belfast with no money. I basically my Auntie Margaret, who died last week, paid for me to get over on a ferry to get the fuck home. Anyway, this street, when you went down it then, has got railings, had railings across here. When I was there, it was a war zone. When I was there, it was the Troubles. When I was there, I got told from the instant, don't mouth off, you'll get fucking killed. Because apparently, because I'm British or Welsh. But thankfully, the Irish adore the Welsh. So I drunk in this pub on this very street, up by on that side, I think, called the Hercules. The taxi driver told me, "Oh my God, please don't tell me you drunk in there." Yeah, it was fucking awesome. I ended up having Christmas dinner on the Falls Road, which is basically the centre of all the troubles. Long story, excellent Christmas. Belfast rocks, big time. Okay, fuck a duck. My father's hometown, Stockholm is or was Stockholm, Sweden. The colourings of the flag is most likely wrong. Hang on a minute. They wouldn't do that. Why would they colour the flag wrong? He's gone to all the effort to fucking put pigment in his photograph and he didn't get the flag right. This one here, guys, it's supposed to be yellow. See this flag? It's supposed to be yellow and blue. This is actually a Union Jack. Or is it? No, it ain't a fucking Swedish flag. So there's only our word for these unusual buildings that are not there anymore. Well, this one isn't for sure. I need to do research on this. This is part of an exposition. Okay, we go further. More clues through old photography. We're flat Earth British. We've got fuck all else to do but hang around with his mates. Oh right, oh right, okay, okay. So this is how we live for 2,000 years, guys. Kicking around in the fucking mud. So what we got here? Lapsed indigenous peoples of Scandinavia. I'm one of them. They have inhabited the northern hemisphere of Europe for 1,000 years. See what I did there? I don't believe the 1,000 years anymore, guys. I just don't. I know. I think I can prove. Well, don't I know I can prove it that they added 1,000 to 1,300 years and further reset since. Since Noah's flood, we have only been here 700 years thereabouts. Oh my God! Now what is going on with this guy? Right? He's the guy who beats Custer. You know the battle of Fuck a Duck. And basically, they need apparently to keep his skull on the table in Skull and Crossbones in Yale University. Okay. So Geronimo, an Indian warrior and Apache. I can speak Arapaho, guys. You believe me? Tom Wakatangi Angi Uchikimunga or Rukanangi Angi Uchikifunga. Check it up on Google. It's fucking Arapaho. I speak fluent plenty of languages, mainly Arapaho. Anyway, who fought against the white colonization of his homeland since he was 17, finally surrendered to the US troops and spent the last 2 decades of his life in prison. Died in 1938. Ah, interesting. Didn't you have a job with Buffalo Bill's Wild West show in the late 1800s, though, Geronimo? Yes, you did, didn't you? They didn't put that in there, did they? No, they fucking lie. Or the research on this video did not do much research, or didn't get juice like I got. The best way to hurt them is through their pocketbook. They will holler loud, I can't even say that. Holler louder if you cut off both their legs. I steal their money, then I pass it amongst those who really need it. Butch Cassidy, we fucking love you. Butch Cassidy is Robin Hood of his day. So let me just give you a bit of advice, Butch. Don't trust the Sundance kid. He's gonna get you fucking shot. Okay, not just once, loads of times. Anyway, onward. And talk about Bolivia. Yeah. Oh, so not what you expect, is it? Anyway, onward. I hope you're all there. I could be talking to my fucking self here. Oh, New York City, 1980. I seen the same said thing in the streets of Morocco. Ceuta, Carthaginian Empire. Not back in the day, recently. They had a dead camel in the street. It fucking stunk. William Henry Jackson on a train. So there's William Henry Jackson. Going to shoot something, probably. Virginia Woolf. Oh my God, she was one frustrated fucking lady. Football in the early 1900s, where it was just mud and shit. Like I said, we were in shit for 200 years. Teddy Roosevelt, Uncle Ted, named after the teddy bear who's like got his face chiseled in the side of a mountain and is there forever. Oh, we got you, Alexander Graham Bell, apparently a bit of a clever sausage. Scotsman, inventor and scientist created with the invention of the telephone. So thanks to this man here, we've got the ability to communicate with one another through Google calls. Thank you, Alexander Graham Bell. But is that the truth? Or because you're a Scotsman, you're probably a Freemason, you probably nicked somebody's shit, had them bumped off, and got the glory. But I might be wrong. It's just anybody who's ever got any name in history, guys. I don't know whether you know. It's one of their lot. If you're gonna change history, you ain't gonna fucking be heard. They will stifle you out. It's gotta be controlled. Gotta be one of them. Look at Graham Hancock. He spills some shit. He touches upon a couple of fucking truths. He gets endless millions of dollars worth of books. Where's this fucking place? A minute, excuse me. Dream Park, Coney Island. Oh, that's post call. Oh, great. No, New York. We got a post call, Coney Island, just down the road from me, and it's awesomely shit. Pew, Poughkeepsie. It's fucking wicked, isn't it? But where's all the people, guys? Not much population around. You know my theory about the line about the population. There's not many people around. Prague. Beautiful. The city of bridges. I would love to go there. Check this out a minute. Indianapolis, Indiana, 1907. Wow. So there we go again. There's my evidence for this previous civilization. We got colonial buildings in Indiana, full on colonial. We got what would look like something out of this ancient civilization with a room going in it, and it's obelisk. So it's them again. There's probably more going on with this statue, with the statues around it, the obelisk, I mean. But evidence that America was well and truly Masonic. And I believe that this is representative of these people of an earlier time that they have knowledge of existing. I mean, who came before the flood, guys? The knowledge is very limited on them, you see. We've only got their ruined shit. And what these lot do is they fucking fake the megalithic era. One of my favorite all-time authors, no doubt about it, Samuel Langhorne Clement, aka Mark Twain. Basically, when I was in school, I read fucking Tom Sawyer, Oliver Twist. Two of the best books ever, I reckon. Oliver Twist. It's that summer, isn't it? And the way he conned him to fucking painting that fence, I put into actual practice. So you done me favors. What are we looking at there? Sorry, guys, just didn't read. I was talking. Okay, we got 11th Avenue in New York City, 1909. Wowza. Not bad. Look at it. He's the man who goes around sweeping up the shit. Hang on. Did he have a fucking hazmat suit on? Oh, well. The man in 1906, New York City, 11th Avenue, is basically got a hazmat suit on because he cleaned up shit. Okay. Little kid there. Ooh. I'm going outside and maybe sometime Captain Lawrence Oates, who died on the expedition in Antarctica in 1911 because he was a fucking numpty. Didn't wait till morning to find the food dump, which is apparently a mile away. Vancouver. A British flag. Vancouver. DC. Not that one. Okay. Was this woman here a psyop? Now, Helen Keller, I've read a bit about her life. Apparently, she was messed around with when she was younger because she couldn't tell anybody. She's deaf, she's blind, and apparently she's created this incredible language of sign of understanding people by touching their mouths. She gets to be meet all the Hollywood stars, as in Charlie fucking Chaplin. So, was Helen Keller really deaf, dumb, and blind, as they say? You know, she was an activist, a lecturer. She achieved a shitload in her life, guys. And as I say, anybody with any influence in history, they usually control because they're not going to allow it. What's that? Met a lot of famous people like Alexander Graham Bell, Mark Twain, President Eisenhower. She would inspect their features to try and read their lips, as I just said. Okay. What else we got, guys? What else we got? Okay. Winnie the Pooh and Christopher Robin, which is a film that's in the pictures right now. If you go to cinema in the UK, it's a picture called Christopher Robin. Okay, what we got here? 50-year-old reunion of MIT graduation class of 1875 to 1925. Any notables there that we recognize? Not really. Not really. They look a fucking dodgy bunch of liars. MIT think tank guys of the day. The ones that created our paradigm, social engineers of the fucking past. Check them out. Don't look too guilty, mate. You may get over it. Doubt it, though. Father, it's tough, but life's tough anyway. You take it. So fucking true. Family is left home and hope to find work in the cotton fields of Texas in 1936. They look all right, don't they? They look pretty nice. People. Good people. Okay. He's fixing his truck. Let's hope they don't have too much trouble along the way, eh, guys? Let's hope they had a good life. Anyway, who we got here? Migrant mother of four, age 32. She had just sold the tires for her husband to buy food in 1936 in Nipomoy, California. So, poverty in the United States because of the Great Depression. Cotton pickers, children, 1938. Well, I'll be a cotton picker. That's a nice photo, isn't it? They need to put him in the bath at some stage. Al Capone. What do we think of syphilited Al Capone, guys? Hmm? Hmm? He's done a lot for actually society, you know, because when the Great Depression was happening, the food kitchens that were actually set up in Chicago and also in New York were set up by Al Capone, not the American government. Did you know that? He did quite a bit for people. Outside of the paradigms, they tell you about him and his psychopathic nature, Scarface, you know. When you research it, him, also Lucky Luciano, who helped save, you know, basically World War II because the dockers went in strike in New York during the war to get all the equipment out for D-Day, and he wouldn't go back to work. Along comes Lucky Luciano, says, get back to fucking work. Saves the day. D-Day wouldn't have happened without the mafia. I know nothing, absolutely nothing of American baseball except for the guy that was married to Marilyn Monroe. That is the sickest sport on earth. They should be fucking have the ball, chase them a fucking round with a sword. What we got here? Ooh, ooh, wow, wow. Okay. Um, Travel pictures. They're travel photographic company. They're very modern for the day, aren't they? I like them. Eh, funky. And they like dogs as well. And they got a little thingy. I don't know what that is, but all right, we'll let them get away with that. Doesn't look too goatee. We'll get it. They don't look all right. You look cool, guy. You look cool. So, Nazi rally, Nuremberg, 1938. Now, I did not choose this picture. You don't have to jump on my back and say Martin's a raving neo-Nazi now, okay? An exploded bomb, UXB, during the Blitz attack and the Luftwaffe in London, 1943. Guys, they're still under there today. Apparently, they evacuate places regularly. Washington, D.C., 1943. Practice for what's to come. I'll blow your fucking brains out, guy. Okay, so a good friend of mine, Irvin van Rummel. No, he's not. I don't know him. But funnily enough, his son is a friend of Cardiff, the city I live in. He's got the key to the city, and his name's fuck a duck. No, not fuck a duck. Reinhard Dromroll, his son, lives. Used to come to Cardiff, and he gave us a gift of stained glass window for our concert hall at St David's Hall. His son, he was a keen philatelist, which means a stamp collector. And in his stamp collection, which he took to him at Tobruk, when he captured British officers, he would bring them to his tent to discuss philately, his stamps. He liked British commemoratives, guys. Anyway, he got his ass kicked at Tobruk, as you know, the British give him what for? A Battle of Al Alamein. And he fucks off. But later, he's going to plot to kill Adolf Hitler. Later, he will end up having to kill himself. Bit of a shit, but what are you going to do when you feel Marshal Rommel, eh, guys? But I quite like the guy. He's a bit funky. Don't take that out of context. It's him raving fucking Nazi, no. Anyway, German aircraft destroyed by Allies, Tunisia, 1943. Wow. Shame there's not a scrapyard nearby. They'd be rich. Right, we're going to have to read this one, guys, because this is a head fucker. If you're there, I don't know. I could be talking to myself. All I know. Simo Hoyako, a.k.a. the White Death, most hardcore sniper that ever was. All right. Using a modified Mosin Nagant, he scored 500 kills to his name in the last days of 1940. Wow. Wow. 500, eh? Yeah. Fuck a duck. That's murderer. So, any more for any more? Oh, we got the Allies in preparing for D-Day in England. So that's down on the south coast somewhere. The GI's ready to go and get splatteroony to Omaha. Americans, having lost one soldier, trying to... Ooh, let's stop that. That's a nice shot. Right, somebody's got him. There's a German sniper across the road. So he's at the leggy across the road there with a sniper somewhere up here. What is he in there? Could be in there. Ooh, cool. Anyway, onward. So, concentration camp victim, 18-year-old Russian girl, liberated from Dachau. So she lived. She didn't die in the concentration camps then. Okay. Well, I don't actually hear her there. She got a tattoo. She was actually in Auschwitz, believe it or not. Yeah, she worked in a factory there in the 1940s. A young boy who lost his parents during the German attack. He grew up to become a truck driver after the war in London. Ah, I love him. Hey, what a shit. See what they do to us, people? Don't let them do it again. Refugees in La Glisse, Belgium. Oh, I know about La Glisse. This town was destroyed. I mean, utterly destroyed in 1945. They killed the occupants. They put them in a fucking church and apparently burned them. But that might be not true, but that's the government narrative. Anyway, hello, French people. Good luck with the next year. You're gonna need it. Okay. Oh, awesome, Dawson. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. Oh, Nikolai, a man after my own heart. I know, mate, I know. And he died in the 1930s. Funny that. It says, oh, that was in the late 1930s. Yeah, he died in 1948 in obscurity in a hotel room. Apparently. Still kick fucking ass. And flat earthers love old Nikolai and his free energy, don't we, guys? So, yeah. Yeah, we do. My shoes, Tesla. Mama style too. Okay. So, what we got here? The bombed out city of Nuremberg, 1945, where they chose to have the Nuremberg trials in that. But they killed the staff out. Bern, Switzerland. Okay, 1940. Now, as you know, Switzerland, um, home of a lot of stuff, Illuminati, Freemasonry, stuff like that. All of that was Bavaria, but you can all trace it back to, oh, it's a long story. It's to do with these lot. And their symbology is distinct, it's everywhere. But they managed to escape 2 world wars and remain neutral. How did they achieve that? Well, it's a bank. The country is surrounded on all sides, when you are in sort of Geneva, on all sides by mountains, meaning if there was any attacks, they would be blocked by mountains. So it was the world's best safe, natural safe. But there's more to it than that. I'll go with that at a later date about Switzerland. It's too complicated. But just take it from me, there's a lot going on. Boys celebrates the liberation of Holland, 1945, with a fat spliff. Oh yeah, well it is Holland, guys. They think differently to us. Albert Einstein talks the biggest pack of fucking shit that ever come out of humanity's mouth. Didn't write his own calculus anyway. He got his wife to after he come home from basically philandering all night, probably chopsy, sit down, moan like a bastard, light up his pipe, and get her to make up some shit about our reality because he gets good money for it. And we'll ship him out of Germany in time before the new World War that we already have planned that's going to happen. So Edmund Hillary, oh, this tells you a story again. Okay. So Edmund Hillary and Tenzing, right, Sherpa Tenzing, the people to climb Mount Everest first in 1953. Unfortunately, guys, he got the fame, Edmund Hillary, okay, first man to Mount Everest. This man will say, we've been climbing this mountain forever. You're the first Brit, that's all. But he was on top of the peak. He reached his hands out and he pulled up Edmund Hillary, meaning that Sherpa Tenzing was the first man on Everest in their bullshit new paradigm when they've been going up and down there forever anyway. The local Sherpas have. It's just a load of propaganda bullshit, okay? For the Brits to wave fucking flags over. That would seem to be a naked woman. I didn't actually choose this shot, guys, but it is quite handy because anyone thinks that Marilyn Monroe's a fella. You just got to see a hairy pie there, guys. There's no dangly bits. She ain't no fucking dude. What we got here? I don't care if I fall as long as someone picks up pieces of my gun and keeps on shooting. Che Guevara. Get on your back and ride. Okay, we'll start off from this video because that's lasted 10 minutes of talking. Civil rights demonstration, 1960s. Same, but we won't go there. Okay, and that's the end of my presentation for a minute. I don't even know what's going on, guys. Might be talking to my fucking self, all I know. I don't know. My camera didn't come back on, did it? There I am. Hiya. So, cool. Stay with me, people, because I'm actually lost. I'm actually lost. I lost me. You. I mean. Ah. See Pete Chase still talking dodo stuff, guys. I'll be back now. I just want to see. I can't see you guys because I haven't got my chat feed up. All right. On my mobile. So, 22 of you. What you been doing then, guys? Today, you had a good day? Hmm? You floating on the internet? Anything happening? Hmm? I haven't been looking at much. I just been doing a bit of research. I got to get stuck back into this now tonight. Everyone out in flat Earth, yeah, and flat Earth, yeah, and oh, it's coming. Ah, Adam. Yes, it's Adam. Hi, Adam. Yes, when you're going to find Martin on Flat Earth British, it seems. Oh, you can hear me fine. Oh, I went down well. Okay. So how about my weird ass narrative of the photographs? How did that go down? Hey, Rab, you know stuff you do, Rab. You got a mind on you. There's a woman out there called Ashley. She wants to marry my mind. What do you think, guys? Should I let her marry my mind? I reckon I should. Yeah, I chill out on a coffee. It's a dreary day. We got a moon. It's crescent. It's like that. Chris Truth Seeker. This is definitely the realest of the real people. You can trust him. Well, that's really nice. Chris, it's a fucking shitstorm out there. I am keeping away from all of it. I can't even be bothered one side or another because basically I'm on the verge of big discoveries here, real research, and it'd be a complete waste of time. And I would be a fucking fool not to chuck myself into my research totally. And basically for you lot, because I tell you what, what's coming up, you are gonna fucking love. You are. You are. It's gonna be awesome. 228 in the States. Yeah. This Felix, I collect them. I got absolutely hundreds. And they all tell a story. As long as you know the historical context, you can pick apart for their bullshit or just talk about them generally. Like Che Guevara's weird ass attitude towards life. Anyway, oh, cramp, hi Timaeus. Yeah, Timaeus. But you're an engager. You comment and get involved. You see, I fuck that shit. But after all these years, I just I just can't be bothered with it. Waste of fucking time. Brain space. I got too much to do anyway. I'm fucking my shit. I got like about 6 different fucking theories on the go. And I couple them all in together, and my brain's burning with it all. 17 degrees today, guys. In the 27th of fucking October, right? And it's the warmest October day I can ever remember. It's t-shirt weather. Don't need the heating on. It's lovely. The sun was shining. It was a beautiful day. Only we're almost in November. The rest of my life, coming up to this point, it would be so cold now. It would be unbelievable. The streets would be covered in ice. We never had snow before Christmas, though. But you would have frost and foggy mornings, always in October, and storms, icy storms. All gone. Thing of the past, guys. Right, this showed up yesterday or this morning. I want to show you this. It is of interest. If you are following my theories, it might be of interest. I want to show you this. Now, list of star thoughts. Now, I got a book, downloaded a book from somebody who sent me a link concerning a star fort that I found in Oxford that is from the English Civil War, which is in the mid 1600s. Okay. Now, this is the list. But there's no overwhelming theme of any particular continent, guys. Look at this. It's Vietnam, Venezuela, United States, South Africa, Slovenia, Poland, Norway. So it's north, so it's plain white. Okay, these star forts. They all exhibit exact same style and dimensions, fractal geometry going in, as you can see. So defensively, awesome guys. You know, cannon air, cannon air, cannon air, cannon air, cover all the fields, but these things never really went into action. And tell you what, they have eradicated most of them, the ones that exist today, like Halifax, Nova Scotia. But this one I seen in Scotland was absolutely astounding. What we got? Cyprus, um, Venetian walls of Nicosia. That word is the second time today that word Nicosia has showed up. Have a look. Okay. Well, as again, you've got an entire town inside this star fort. So it's obviously not a military complex, is it? So what I'm thinking, guys, what I'm thinking is these things were there maybe before, and they just sort of tatted them up a bit and moved in. Maybe. I don't know. The concrete and the elaborateness. You got to try and think in your mind, guys, that they go by boats. Go by boats. Brilliant. Go by boats. In this era of 1597, okay, their boats were shit. They hadn't changed in an epoch. Okay, apparently, we're all kicking rounds in the mud. The Industrial Revolution hasn't fucking even been farted out yet. Nobody's even thought about it. The whole world is scraping around, yeah, this big, elaborate, sacred geometry, concrete, um, very modern looking thing. Does it go? Serious question, guys. Does this starport go with these shitty little medieval buildings that are inside? They don't, do they? This screams high culture. This screams people kicking around in the shit, doesn't it, guys? Yeah? Yeah, it does. It does. I'm just saying it does. Okay. Please. Okay, okay. As long as I'm sharing. Okay. So they all got the same style. Croatia. We got Czech Republic. There's one a town inside one again. No military installation. The one in Oxford has disappeared. There's one in Plymouth in Cornwall, which is outstanding. That one's just got a castle on it. Estonia, Tallinn, birthplace of my father. Well, there's no exhibiting any staff for, so that's a bit of false leading. So anyway, let's go on. I want to try and find Germany. Okay, loads in Germany. Hungary got one. One. India got all them. Italy. Wow. Italy got a glut of staff for. Check it out. Republic of Ireland. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the Republic of Ireland. Okay. So, Chikrahaw Castle. Apparently. No pictures. Okay. Right. Mexico, Malta. Now, Malta is the best ones, I would say. The ones at Veneta. They're still there. Oh, there's a picture. Awesome, awesome. Now, bear in mind, Malta received the biggest bombardment outside of probably Hiroshima or something, or Iwo Jima, in the Second World War. Why? Because the British held on to this for dear life. Why? Well, they say it's naval significance. But why hold on to just this dot? Because, believe you me, Malta's small, guys. It's small. Now, there's parts of this star fort in Valletta, guys, that have been hewed out of just stone itself. Okay? We mag up on this, Annie. Okay, perfect. So, this is an arch, a previous door. Level, very possibly. So, awesome. They give me a good shot here. So, there's the star fort structure showing up beautifully of Valletta, which was apparently had the heaviest bombardment in World War II, but unfortunately isn't showing any scars of it now. Okay. Not bad, is it? Not bad. So, okay. Starfort. So, something else going on there, isn't there? Anyway, so I just think these things are too technical, too advanced. Excuse me. To be from this era. You know, some of the examples defy not logic. You think to yourself, hang on a minute. You got this like really advanced concrete. You know, I got a picture or a map of Geneva in the 1700s. You know, the houses are all like shit fucking 1700 style. Yet you got this high, concreted, really, really ultra modern looking thing. And guys, Palmanova from the air. Yeah, there you are. It's no military installation. It's got an entire town inside. These things were here first. And the town went inside to be protected. Don't know, maybe. From what? People have been trying to fucking kill the populations off. Sent 1 million to their death for cut down surface population and make a bit of money back 100 years ago. So this, 100 years ago to this year. Or the bullshits of all of the past, like the Great Fire or the plague, or maybe the cholera outbreak of snow coming along with this miracle cure and curing everyone in that area on that day. And when you read into it, you think, Jesus Christ, that was indeed a miracle. Sounds like a bit of a government bullshit narrative to me. A story for tourists, a bit like Jack the Ripper. Okay, look at this, guys. Jesus. What's going on with that, guys? One inside the other, inside the other, inside the other. Fractal geometry. It's incredible, isn't it? So there's no way that the towns inside these places, um, in these old photographs, these old maps that I've got, they were built at the same time. These things are from what I'm convinced are probably either a defensive system for the shit hitting the fan after the flood and a power struggle for the enslavement of mankind, which these parasitical natured beings have indeed won because we're all enslaved. And this might have been some sort of defense. I can't help thinking that these underground installations, such as I've been showing on my channel just lately, may have been stores for art. I can't help thinking of some of these artworks they present to us from the Middle Ages because they don't fit. The buildings don't fit. I just feel that they might have been in store in a cave somewhere and they maybe survived. Who knows? There you are, another town inside of Almedia. So, okay, got loads of shit going on, yeah. Slovenia. So it is quite an adventure indeed. There's one I was looking for. Okay. Now I seen this yesterday on British television. I don't watch television, but when I looked up, it was there. This is where the Black Watch, which are a famous Scottish regiment, they have done great things in World War One and Two, right? They are garrisoned in here, right, guys? Funny thing is, right? This was set up and built during the Jacobean uprisings. Now, if you don't know about the Jacobean uprisings, in the late 1700s, the Redcoats, the British, they went and built this apparently, okay, to ethnic cleanse the population of Scotland, the Highlands way of life, the clan way of life. So they sent up armies to the Battle of Culloden, Bannockburn, others, and they wipe out entire uh, towns and populations. It was an ethnic cleansing centre the British carried out on Scotland, guys. For yourself. Funny thing was, this was occupied by the British to take out the Scots. Now it's occupied by Scots, who were the Black Watch, serving for the people who took them out. Control was complete and utter. Okay, but I can't help thinking that this concrete structure is from not late 1700s. Jacobean fort of St George on Scottish Hebridean Islands. So I can stop presenting for a minute, guys. I'm going to check you lot out for a minute. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Flat of British, got a little hang up going. I did try to basically do an OBS thing on this, but it didn't work out the way I wanted. And as I said, it doesn't really matter because I got no guests, so I'm not going to get hit or sniped or shit, am I? Nah. So what's the big mystery about these fortifications, Zach? They don't go with the given timeline. They are everywhere. Now, bear in mind this, Zach, right? Different countries got different styles. The Chinese, they don't look like us. The Chinese, their culture is completely different to us. The Indians, they don't look like us. Their culture is completely different. the Australians. It doesn't matter where you are on the plane. All starports exhibit exactly the same style. So did these people all share the plans for them? Were they enemies? Apparently. So the question there also, when you look at the maps, they're on my channel, you'll find them, right, Zach? There's maps of Geneva. When you look at this, late 1700s, the town inside, really old, sort of 1700s style, and then you get this hyper futuristic, concrete, colonnaded with water structures that apparently they reckon built in the 1700s. Worldwide, you've seen the list I just gave you? No countries left out. They all exhibit exactly the same style. So there's more going on, isn't there? They can't have all had the same style. They didn't psychically all choose to do sacred fractal geometry on their starport systems to harness some other sorts of energies to do with the techniques to do with what we are, our pineal glands, etc., which is all coming up, by the way, as you know. So, hope that answered your question. That's exactly right, Timaeus. They're too advanced to be out for their day. The thing is, you look at those things now, the starports of the day, they look like they fit with today, a bit futuristic for today. We're not accomplishing this sort of measurement of fractal geometry in our buildings, are we? Well, we could do it, but it would take great effort. Think about it. To get this precise on the geometry, a great effort. So there's more going on with that. This starports are a mindfuck. It's a weird one, Connor. It's a weird one. So hope you're all chilling out. I'm going to go and make some food now. I'm going to be wrapping it up. This was only an eye test. Okay. Somebody said about oi last night. Well, this is my interpretation of oi. Oi is like yo, but in Wales we got a word called oil, which is spelled hoil with a H. And what it means is like to be strong and loyal, like hoil, which is what like Welshmen on the coal mines were like. So when you say oi, it's sort of like oil, sort of like it's got more of a punch in yo. Yo don't mean shit. Yo means yo. Yo haven't got no deeper connotations or meanings, has it? No, it's just yo. But oi means oil, means okay, strength and loyalty and other positive things. That's just my take on things anyway. So I had an unusual day, attacked by 3 different people, one of which went psycho in my face, scrunched up a piece of paper, bright red in the face, and screamed at me. Screamed. That was fucking weird. Just my presence made her freak out. Really fucking odd. Anyway, thanks for popping by, all you guys, 24 of you. Next week, I'm going to be doing Zecoil, Martin. Zecoil to you, Connor. Next week, I'm going to be doing awesome Dawsome live presentations. I want to try and get an audience together. So I'll be doing little promos so that when I put my stuff out there, hopefully it's not my stuff. I won't say that. My collaborated efforts with other people, put it out there so that it don't get like fucked up, stepped on, or shit and stolen, which it will, or it would. So that's my plan. But it's in my practice. That makes sense. Hi, Flat. Flat says that maybe it was one like cleansing the tribes, the people. They knew the truth about their surroundings. Yes, very much so. Flat. Yeah, they might have been getting onto twigging the idea. Look, the Irish, right? You got the potato famine, mid 1800s. Yeah, they either get out to America, come to Britain, dig the canals. Apparently, I don't buy that either. And they lose 3.5 million of the population. That's ethnic cleansing. And then what? 80 years before that point, they were ethnic cleansing the Scots. And this is in their official narrative. Okay. Yet, I put a post out the other day. Did they purge us without me realizing? Well, yeah, actually, it's documented they did, but I meant more so. I meant outside of just Picts, Scots, and Celts. Maybe it was just more widespread. Maybe some of these thoughts were utilized to protect us from them. Maybe it was like some sort of civil war, the people against some sort of government army. How do you know? How do you know? Something's gone on, guys. The destruction was there. It's been covered over. The bombing campaigns of World War II to take out the architecture, not kill civilians. It was the architecture they were after, taking out these starports, especially the one in Dresden. Starport in Dresden, one of the biggest and the best I've seen, annihilated. And so that's what leads me to think there's something really important clue with these starports, for sure. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. So, guys, I got to fuck off. I got to do shit. I'm starving. I need a cuppa. Perhaps back in those days they had good architects. Um, yes and no. Why would they only stop? Look, all right. Let me give you an example, Zach. America in 1865. Okay, Fort Worth is a fort. It's made of wood with wood towers, and it's made of wood. No, I know we're only colonizing and stuff like that. We're not in the the advanced Western world, but a lot of uh, sort of in the last 150 years, or you'll see back in the early 1800s, a lot of these establishments or these military compounds to do with, the North Africans and the Foreign Legion. These sort, they can use forts, okay? Not these big, elaborate, well thought out, that it must have took so much money, guys. Think about the investment. Was Britain that rich in the mid 1650s in the English Civil War to be able to build these string of star forts? Were we? Look into it. We weren't that rich, guys. We just weren't. We're not in a good state. So there's a lot more going on, guys. I'll get to it. They have been destroying history. The history is one of the things they don't want you to know about the hidden history, the bullshit past, because it's part of the puzzle. It all folds in with the heliocentric nonsense. They're relying on that. They're relying on people harking back to classical Greece, maybe, with a flat earth argument. Somebody wants to bring up Aristophanes with me. With no proof this person ever even existed, from Greek fucking culture from God knows how many thousand years ago that never existed, because it only comes out of our academia, which is corrupt, which is tainted to fuck by them again. These colleges and these universities, right? They're think tanks, right? If you're in Oxford University or Cambridge and you're cleverer than everyone around you, they will notice it. They will snap you up, and you will be one of them. They'll make fucking sure of it. They'll have you in a think tank. They'll have you being a physicist. They'll have you as Feynman. Yeah, well, they'll have you as Richard Feynman if you're a genius. They'll have you, Richard Feynman, spewing their bullshit, getting loads of books and a good life, though, but they snapped him up young. They got him into the Philadelphia experiment young. They do it to these people. They find them, they sniff them out for energetic levels, intelligence, and savant gifted people. They will grab them, they will get them out, and they will have them for them. Hardly any of them slip through. This is why the education system's so fucking torn. They grab you off your parents. If you don't take your kid to school, you're in trouble. You're going to court. You could go to jail for this. You got to get them in that indoctrination camp, because we got to get this bad shit into their brains. Otherwise, it's not going to work. They'll slip out of the programming, and we do fucking not want that. It's so fucking warped, guys. They're rotten to the core, a lot of them. Satanic reasons for destruction of Starport. For destruction of starports, but it's all to do with satanic reasons. It's all to do with the spiritual battle that we're on in the moment. It's why then people attack me today. They sense my my flat earthness, if that makes sense, and felt that they needed to turn. It was really fucking odd, though, guys. The way that person went red in the face and literally hysterical. And I swear, guys, I didn't say shit. Just my presence offended her or made her nuts. Don't know whether she googled my name and looked up Martinica before I went in. Yeah, yeah, I think she might have googled Martinica and just came at me because she was a glow bed. Yeah, no, actually, things are starting to make sense now. Yeah, all right, she googled my name. Okay, that was end of the story. Anyway, thanks for watching this on my second channel. Good job, I got it. I'll be doing like another couple of live events over the weekend. I want to test OBS, guys, and just share screens and talk with you guys. I just playing. I just made all that up as I was going. So hi Brenda. So I hope you enjoyed my photographic. No, I'm not doing globe debates, Brenda. I'm smashing history, love. So you're not going to be able to say shit about that. Out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, indeed. So I got to fuck off, guys, because I need to eat. It's 8 o'clock. and I got the entire world to catch up with. No, this month I'm mainly doing history. Okay, I'll get there though. I'll get there. Okay, when this one's nailed, all of that flat Earth business will all fall into place, and you won't have anything to argue about then. Not much really. Everyone will have to realise their creator, and that's a fact. So that's me for an hour. I don't even know how long I've been talking, guys. I was only going to do a test and piss around. You all turned up. What am I going to do? I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, thanks, guys. Good to see you. I'll see you on the scene later. I'm going to have a float around. Going to have something to eat. Check out events. Back to research. Communicate with all you people. Obviously, there's nothing on my BA channel because I took it down because basically I got excited and realized that basically because I haven't presented it all properly in a nice big narrative on a live event, then there's a good potential that it will go missing and I will be fucking skanked. This has happened once or twice in the past, so I better be careful with my shit, okay? Especially when it's original thought, collaborated ideas that actually make sense. For a fucking change, eh? Yeah, I know. Answers. All too wanted answers. 3 years I've been doing this almost. It's been my third year as a flat earther. Third Christmas. Cramping my foot as a flat earther. And all too few answers. Probably the weird shit about the moon not being there for the eclipse. So something else is going on that. That's a definite answer. The way the governments respond nailed it early on, didn't it? They wouldn't have even done that if it wasn't fucking true. So that's a definite government's response to flat earthers. So that's astounding. So what actual evidence and proof to, nail our shit have we found in 3 years then? Yeah, I know. So leave it to me. I go in. Right, look, Billy Sunday. Yeah, we love Billy Sunday in Flight of British. And Jojo Pete. We love Jojo Pete in Flight of British stand too. And Jamie, because it's his show. All right, Jamie's one of the boys too, as you've seen on that video on my server channel the other day, with me and Jamie are dancing. Did you see that video, guys, on Poncho Pete? No, it was good. Yeah, I can dance. I'm really good. Okay. I'm also Uncle Fester in the Addams Family, and numerous other roles in my spare time. Okay. Okay, I gotta go, guys. I need food. Okay, peace and love. Thanks for popping by. All right, Speak Flight of British Filtered, second channel. Feel free to subscribe, like, whatever. And I'll see you soon. Probably in chat feed. I'll talk to you all later.